In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set up Google Authentication for any website or SaaS that you guys vibe coded. So let's get straight into the tutorial. So this is just a quick mock page I created just to show you guys how it works. So you're going to need a couple things. What we're going to need is you need to download Google Antigravity. This is free, and you just come here to antigravity.google and click download right here for Windows. Then the next thing we're going to need here is Supabase. So basically just come to Supabase and you can sign up. So once you have all that set up, we're going to open Antigravity right here. This is just the project I was just showing you guys that I created super quick. These are the files right here, and I have the chat on the right over here. Now we're gonna need the API keys to connect to Google Antigravity so that it can all connect together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our Supabase project right here. We'll go to project settings, and then from the project settings, we'll click on API keys. So from here, we'll have our publishable key and our secret key. Obviously, keep your secret key hidden. Another thing we'll need is over here, data API. This link is going to be the link that connects to your Supabase. So we'll copy this and we'll go back to Antigravity and we'll just paste this in. I'll take the publishable key and the secret key, and then I'll also paste those into Antigravity here. And then I'll just type connect these API keys to my website. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the secret key, but I just told you exactly what I'm going to do, and then I'll cut back once it connects it to my website. All right, so all that is going to go into your .env file. This is just basically where all the API keys are stored so that everything can connect well. And now we'll go to our project overview over here, or sorry, we'll actually click on authentication. And over here in authentication, we're going to go to sign-in/providers. And then here we actually have an auth provider already built in. So we could use all these providers right here, but obviously for this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do the Google. So we're just going to click on this, and then over here, we're going to click on enable sign in with Google. Now, as you can see, it's asking for some more info. It's asking for a client ID, client secret for OAuth, and it also gives us a callback URL. Now, the next thing we're going to have to do is create a project in Google Cloud so that we can connect all this data. So what you guys want to do is go to console.cloud.google.com, and you'll be over here. If you have no projects, you can create a project. And then once you have created a project, all we're going to do is we're going to click over here in the navigation menu. We'll click on APIs and services, and we'll go to OAuth content screen. As you can see right here, Google Auth platform not configured yet. So let's just click get started. So over here, it's going to ask for app name. Let's just type in demo login, and then user support email. We'll put my email. And then here it's going to ask for your audience. If it's internal, then it's only available to users within your organization. You'll not need to submit your app for verification. But if it's external, then you're going to need to submit your app for verification. But even if you do external, you can add test Google accounts so that you can still try it out. But before you push your app to production, you may need to verify your app. I'm going to put external because we're going off the basis if we're trying to push this live for other people to log in. So let's just click external and we'll go next. Then contact information. You just put in your email and then I agree. Click continue and click create. So we had an error. Let me check what it could be. So I retried it and it says create failed because the brand was created while you were editing. Refresh page to see created brand. So it might have just been a little bug. Let's just refresh. All right. So as you can see, it actually was created and it was just a little bug. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create an OAuth client. And application type, we're going to put web application since this is going to be a website, but you can do web application if it's a web SaaS as well. And let's just name this web client 1. And then over here for authorized redirect URLs, we're going to click add URL. And this is where we want to go back to Supabase and take this callback URL for OAuth. We'll copy this and then we'll go straight back to authorize redirect URL and we'll paste it in right there. Now we're gonna click create, and then I'm gonna have to blur this out, but it basically created us a client ID and client secret. You're going to want to take a screenshot of this, or at least write it down somewhere, because I'm not too sure if you're going to be able to re-get this info. But we're gonna plug this info into our Supabase where it says client ID and client secret. So let's just click copy, and over here for client ID, and then for client secret, the same thing. We're just gonna copy, and we are going to paste that in. Now, once all that is pasted in there, we have all our info there, and I'm just gonna keep these checked off, and I'm gonna click save. Now, as you can see, we have a green check mark and it says enabled, and we have our web client right here. Now we could test this out on our local host. So right now, this is on my local host and not deployed anywhere. So this is just locally. All right, so now we're on the local. Let's see what happens if we click sign in with Google, and just like that, logged into Google. Welcome back. Authentication successful. We're connected with Google account. Now we can also click sign out. This will sign us out. So now I'm going to show you guys how to push this into Vercel real quick so that we can do this on the live web. So you guys are going to need a GitHub account because we will be pushing our project to GitHub. Actually, we're going to have to create a repo because Antigravity can't do it right now. We're going to name this login demo. I'm going to also add that as a description, and then here I'm going to put this to private, and everything else will leave. We're going to create repository, and then from here we're going to take this repository URL, go back to Antigravity, paste it in, and push changes to this repo, and I'm going to submit that. All right, so as you can see, now this repo has all the files, and all we're going to have to do now is we're going to go to Vercel, vercel.com, and then over here we're going to click add new project, and make sure you're connected to Vercel with your GitHub account, and like that you'll be able to see your repos right here. Just click import. There are some environment variables we have to add, like for the Supabase, but for now I'm going to click deploy, and then there's actually an app in Supabase so that we can connect all that. So let's just click deploy, and while that's deploying, the app I was talking about is actually go to settings, and then here we go to integrations. You'll see Vercel integration, and we're going to click install Vercel integration. We're going to click install, and we're going to link existing Supabase account, continue, and we're going to click on ours, and then we're going to do all projects and connect account, and we're just going to click install integration, and over here we could connect our projects. So we'll do login demo with test project, and we'll do connect project. All right, so now the integration is connected. Now if we go to login demo right here, and then we go to environmental variables, as you can see, they are all connected right here automatically, and all we're going to do now is go to the link. I'm not going to connect the domain to this since it's just a test website, but this is live on the internet. If you go to this website, you guys will see it as well. And there you go. Now we're live on the web here. So I'm sorry about that. What we actually have to do is come to authentication, and then in authentication, we'll go to URL configuration. And the reason is we're going to localhost. So for the site URL, we're going to have to change it to our demo URL. So we're just going to take that URL right there, and we are going to change it here. We're going to click save changes, and now it should work if we refresh. And as you can see, live on the web, we are logged in. So I hope this video helped you out if you're trying to build a SaaS or a website with Google Auth connection so that your users can be connected. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It does mean a lot. Also, if you want to learn more about AI, make sure to join my school down in the description below, as well as if you're a business that wants to implement marketing or AI services into your business, I do have an agency that you can check out as well. Either way, guys, I hope you have a wonderful new year, and see y'all in the next one. Peace!